What a pass! What a goal!
Back for Johaniak, a drive off a couple of bodies, loose on the side, and Vikman gets to his left.
It's Cagnoni with a move. Cagnoni shoots. Cagnoni scores!
This is the year of our draft, and a lot of my buddies as well. So it's pretty exciting.
Obviously, it's in the back of your mind. So it's a big year for all of us 05s.
Players who come to the Western Hockey League obviously are interested in pursuing their hockey careers and going as far in the system as they possibly can, whether that's turning professional or other opportunities that present themselves. But the scholarship program is equally important because it gives the players an opportunity to pursue their academic goals at the same time.
I'm understanding now what the average student has to go through to graduate. The WHL provides or relieves you of that stress to allow you to succeed in the classroom.
Check out the new CHL Pick'em presented by BetRivers. It's simple to play. Log on to the CHL app, click Pick'em, and enter your weekly predictions. Lucky players will win great prizes provided by BetRivers Casino and Sportsbook. Download the CHL app.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
It was a wild finish here inside the hangar as the Moose Jaw Warriors pick up a 3-2 overtime win over the Medicine Hat Tigers. Jagger Furcus is the hero with the OT winner, a power play goal 40 seconds into the extra frame. Gives the Warriors the victory and a very important 2 points here on Saturday night. It's a exciting win, maybe one they didn't deserve per se, but the Warriors find a way to get it done in the end as Medicine Hat controlled a lot of the play, had a lot of chances. The Warriors capitalized late, get a game-tying goal late, and then score the OT winner. But the big 2 points for the Moose Jaw Warriors. We got plenty to come here on the post-game show. We'll hear from Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary in a little bit. We'll recap the out-of-town scoreboard, but first let's take a look at the game scoring summary. The scoring started with Medicine Hat getting on the board first late in the first period. Oasis Weisblatt hits his 17th of the season. That came at 14:09 of the first period and opened up the scoring for the Medicine Hat Tigers there in that opening period. But the Warriors responded late in the second period as Atlee Calvert with a power play goal, his 28th of the season from Jagger Furcus and Denton Matejchuk. That put the Warriors even going into the third, but Medicine Hat, Owen McNeil gets his 7th of the season. 7 minutes into the third period, they took the lead and really had the Warriors pushed back a little bit. So it was tough for the Warriors to try to battle back. They had some chances. Medicine Hat was tightening things up and wouldn't really give them much, but they found a hole with about 4 minutes left in the game. Martin Rysavy gets a lane. Nice feed from Robert Bacco, and Rysavy scores his 4th of the season to tie this game up, sending it to overtime. In OT, Denton Matejchuk hauled down going into the zone. Jagger Furcus there to capitalize, scoring his 24th of the season and giving the Warriors a big victory here on home ice to collect a big 2 points. As we said, much needed 2 points here tonight. Shots on goal, 36-32 in favor of the Medicine Hat Tigers in this one. Warriors gained the only shot in the extra period to score the win. So that was a big victory. Power play opportunities, that was special teams might have been where this game was won. Warriors 2 for 3 on the man advantage, while Medicine Hat 0 for 6 on the night with the power play. So the Warriors pull out the victory here in this one. Let's take a look at the 3 stars of the hockey game. Third star tonight, Oasis Weisblatt. He had the opening goal, played a very good game, had plenty of chances here in this one. He was very buzzing around all night long. Atlee Calvert, second star of the night. He had a goal, his 28th of the season, gets the Warriors on the board there in the second period. He's your second star of the night. And first star, Connor Unger. He kept the team in the game when they needed it, making 34 saves on the night. He is your first star of the hockey game, and first star could be any night. He could be the first star for the Warriors the way he's been playing throughout this season. So big night for Connor Unger as he helps lead the Warriors to the victory here in this one. So 3 stars of the hockey game, Connor Unger first, Atlee Calvert second, Oasis Weisblatt third star of the hockey game. And we'll take a quick break, hopefully catch up with Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary, and also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard next here on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we continue to go through the big 3-2 overtime win for the Moose Jaw Warriors here tonight. We're still waiting to hear from Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll start with the big game up in Calgary where the Saskatoon Blades score a win over the Hitmen in overtime. That moved them in front of the Warriors by a point. Now the Warriors jump back in front of Saskatoon for third place in the Eastern Conference. So a big victory here tonight for the Warriors to get them back in front of the Saskatoon Blades in the standings. In the showdown between the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference, the Winnipeg Ice have scored 3 times in the second period, and they have a 4-1 lead over the Red Deer Rebels. That game late in the second frame as those 2 teams battle it out in Red Deer. We'll see if the Rebels can fight their way back in that one. Over in Prince George, it's a tie game between the Cougars and the Raiders. Raiders opening up their BC Division road trip. They're tied at 1 against the Prince George Cougars over there. Other action happening, the Swift Current Broncos in Everett tonight. They have a 3-2 lead. Actually, it's tied now, 3-3 for between those 2 teams. Everett with 2 goals in the second period. They're late in the second frame in that game, and it is tied at 3. Moving over to the Portland Winterhawks and Seattle Thunderbirds. That game 4-2 now for Portland. It says 2-1 up there, but it's 4-2 now, Portland, as the goals are coming fast and furious in that second period. 3 goals in the second for Portland as they have taken the lead late in the second frame. Victoria has a 2-0 lead on the Kamloops Blazers. That game also late in the second period. Tri-City Americans up 4-1 with 2 goals from Lucas Dragicevic. They lead 4-0 on the Spokane Chiefs. And one game just getting underway. It's a tie game between the Vancouver Giants and the Kelowna Rockets late in the first period of that hockey game. So lots of action happening around the WHL tonight. You can stay up to date and go check out some of these games after tonight's broadcast. Head over to watch one of those and tune in to a lot of great hockey happening around the WHL. And if you want full scores, you can head over to WHL.ca to get all the recap of all the night's action here on a busy Saturday night in the WHL. Let's now head down to the Warriors locker room where head coach Marc O'Leary is joining us after tonight's win. It was a big finish for the team. Coach, I guess your overall thoughts on this one. It's a gutsy finish, but maybe not the cleanest game overall for your team here tonight.
Yeah, that was just ugly hockey. I think we were just talking about it here. I mean, I think it's good for our group. We have to, you have to win games different ways. You're playing against Portland and Winnipeg, and it's a bit of a track meet up and down the ice. And you're playing Red Deer and Saskatoon, and it's a little bit of a chess match. A lot of structure. And then tonight it was just kind of smash mouth hockey. A lot of clutching and grabbing and just throwing pucks out and throwing pucks in. But we hung in there. We got some saves when we needed it. Thought our penalty kill was excellent tonight, and our skill was there in the end.
In a game like this, where you say that it's a tight hockey game, does this show the character of the team to be able to come out and come through, battling through all that to come away with the victory?
Well, I think more than anything, it just shows our versatility to play any type of game, and I think that's important as well. And whether it's line to line, 1 through 4, or 6 defensemen, you need guys to step up in different times and in different games. And I think that's what we're finding here during this stretch, and we'll need that down the final stretch here into playoffs. Is whatever game it tends to be, and we're going to see many different ones. You have to find a way to make an impact in those games, and oftentimes it's going to be in your own end. But I think we're digging in and finding a way.
Big 4-point weekend for the team. How important is it to come away with these 4 points here against two teams that have given you guys trouble, to maybe get a little bit of redemption in that way?
Yeah, I think it's real important. First and foremost, the points. Obviously, we have aspirations to climb in the standings if possible, and certainly, working for home ice advantage. So, I think it's real important to to find ways to win. It doesn't always have to be pretty. That's the coach's job, is to dig into trends and things that we can clean up. But in terms of the players, the job at the end of the night is to make sure you get the job done.
Going on the road next week, what's going to be the key for you guys with 3 games in 5 nights in the BC in Alberta next week?
Well, it's a pretty good schedule. We have a day off in between each game, so you just take it one at a time. It's about playing our game. It's always about us first and foremost, and it's the same things we're talking about each and every day. So it's the checking, it's the managing pucks, and it's playing to our DNA. And if we do that, again, I think our skill will be there in the end. But it's just it's playing consistently to our strengths and making sure that we're at our best here come playoff time. And it's a big road trip for us.
Awesome. Well, good luck on the road trip, and congratulations on the win here tonight.
Hey, thanks, Mark.
Thanks to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary for joining us here tonight. The Warriors, as we mentioned, will be heading out on the road next week. They are in Lethbridge Tuesday, then Lethbridge Wednesday, Edmonton Friday, and finish up in Calgary on Sunday. So it's a busy stretch for the Warriors there on the road. They'll be back on home ice against Edmonton next Wednesday night on the February 8th. When they return home to take on the Oil Kings, and we'll be back on the air for the pregame, postgame shows here on WHL Live. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's action here on IKS Media Warriors Live.